My girlfriend was quoted £500 from an MOT garage to replace this £35 part on her Ford Ka Mark II. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how to replace the front shock absorber on a Ford Ka Mark II for less than 50 quid. So yeah guys, like the video is titled and like I've just said, my girlfriend went for her MOT, the car failed on this front shock absorber on her Ka Mark II. Just for clarity, that I believe is Kas that run from 2008 to 2014, 15, 16, something like that. So she's got a 2012 plate Ford Ka. This is the front shock absorber. Now obviously they're going to tell you to do these in pairs. She was quoted £500 to change this part. And yes, it did need doing. It is completely blown. But I bought this part for 50 quid. In fact, I bought both of them, the front one. The other one was part of the 50 quid. So technically they're £25 each. And very simple change, very simple tools needed. And I'm going to show you how to do it. So let's go on and do it. This is my girlfriend's 2012 Ford Ka. It has a nice little 1.34 banger, which despite trying to tell her is way overdue a service, but that's going to have to wait for another video. Today we are changing the front shock absorbers. First step is to jack up the car. Chop the rear wheel and then jack up the car. Put on an axle stand underneath and drop it down. This particular car has 17mm wheel bolts. Undo these and take off the wheel. Car shock absorbers control the movement of a vehicle's suspension by dampening the impact of bumps and road irregularities. They convert kinetic energy from suspension motion into heat energy, usually through hydraulic fluid. This keeps the tyres in contact with the road, improving ride comfort, stability and handling. Take a 17mm spanner and a 17mm socket and undo the bolts at the bottom. There are two of them. Then take a 15mm spanner and a Torx bit and undo the anti-roll bar linkage. For ease of removal, use the jack to jack up the front suspension. Moving into the engine bay, we can now do the top mounts. To gain access, remove this scuttle panel. Remove the 3 plastic nuts, then remove the wiper blades. Removing the panel is simply pulling it up and out, and just pull off the wiper washer pipe. Remove the top mount cap, and with the suspension fully jacked up, you should be able to undo this top bolt. However, if you cannot do this, I do recommend getting a special socket set for shock absorbers. Then remove the ABS wiring and brake lines. These simply pull out of their brackets. Then pull the bottom bolts and the hub should swing free. The shock absorber should be fully detached now. Pull it out and lay it aside. It's always good practice to check the parts look the same. Now on the bench, use some spring clamps to compress the spring. This is a lot easier in a vise like I've got, but you can do this on the floor. Once compressed, the spring should be loose. Now a little trick if you don't have special shock absorber sockets is to use a pair of mole grips and clamp it onto the shock underneath the top mount and hold it in place while you spin the nut off. You can then fully disassemble the shock absorber. And yeah, you can see how bad this shock absorber actually was. No wonder it failed. Preparing the new shock is simply undo the stay pin and then do a few test compressions of the shock to allow the fluid to be primed properly. Then reassemble the spring and top mount and do it all up. Release the spring pressure slowly. We can then reassemble it onto the car.
Slot it into the car and make sure the top mount is in the correct orientation. Realign the anti-roll bar linkage and do all the bolts up. Put the brake lines and wires back. And a little trick to tighten up the top mount is to just wedge the old nut inside the top mount to stop it spinning as you tighten it. You can then reattach the wheel and do the bolts up and torque them. Then don't forget to put all the scuttle panel back and the wiper blades.
So guys, that brings us to the end of that video. I hope you enjoyed it, I hope you learned something, and I hope and encourage you to do it yourself. It's amazing how much money you can save by doing car mechanics yourself, by learning some basic stuff. I wouldn't even say that a shock absorber change is that difficult. If anything, it was one of the very first things I learned when I started doing car mechanics 10 years ago. You don't need a lot of tools. I know I was using sort of impacts there, but that's only because I sort of speed up my workflow with that sort of stuff. But other than a set of spring compressors and possibly some special sockets that you can get quite cheap these days, it's a really simple job, and I would encourage you to learn and do it yourself. A saving of £450 potentially of my girlfriend on her MOT test. That's massive amounts of savings, because the parts on these cars are actually usually generally cheaper. But obviously, you know, when you have to replace them in pairs, the labour doubles. You know, so we've replaced them for a fraction of the price, a tenth of that price. So I would really encourage you to learn mechanics, do it yourself, and see just how much money you can save over the course of a year. You know, brakes, suspension, bulbs, everything like that. The basics, a basic service on the car, air filter oil, just saves so much money. You know, so yeah, I encourage you to give it a go. So I hope this video helps you out, guys, and you can do it yourself and you can have a go, because it's really not that simple, sort of not that difficult to be honest. Quite a simple thing, doing a front shock absorber on a car that's a little economy box. So guys, that brings me to the end of the video. Hope you enjoyed it, hope you've learned something, hope you can do it yourself. Please don't forget to like the video, leave me a comment if you've been able to do it yourself, or you understand that, you know, doing your own car mechanics does save a lot of money. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more how to help guys like this, because I do a lot of them on certain cars, and there'll be more to come on a Ford KA because my girlfriend's got one and there's a lot of things that sort of need doing on it. But other than that, guys, I will see you in my next video. Keep enjoying your crusty, rusty, modified cars that you need to endlessly repair, because that's what cars do. They just go wrong. See you in the next video.